Okay. Good evening, everyone. Welcome to the continuation of our lecture series. I am your tour guide. My name still remains Engineer Lawrence Akubwe. I think this should be the ninth lesson. Okay, we are currently getting to the mid of this journey, and we are going to complete the series on GPTs, custom GPTs particularly. Of course, there's no way I am going to kind of cover everything, but I have to give enough information for you to work with. So the first time we talked about how it works. The second time we kind of dwelled on planning, planning to create your own GPT. Today we are going to be creating. So, I kind of mentioned before that it is not only knowing the capacity or capability of, and today is one of those days, in the last class, it was a bit boring because I know we had to go through the whole thing. But today, it's going to be more of hands-on. I'm going to kind of see exactly what it means. So we are going to be exploring what we can make AI do. Typically, all these things we have been saying today, we are going to see it in practice. Of course, it's just one example that you need. You can now go. We are going to have an interactive session today, so that we can reason together to find out what we can do with this AI thing. Um, our classes still remains Tuesdays and Thursdays, 7 o'clock to 8:30 p.m. Okay. So, yes, I'm going to, remind us of what GPT is. I know we have gone through the session where we discussed large language models, and then we went on to talk about, the algorithm, the generative pre-trained transformers and how they work. So we drilled down to mentioning custom GPTs, right? Specialized version of GPTs that are built for specific tasks. Today we are going to be building one in this class. Of course, it's not going to make sense after doing all those theoretical aspects. You don't get to, when we are done, probably a subsequent class, we are not going to start touching different tools because this course is actually tools and application. I know there are different fields, different interests and everything. The graphics guys might want to, but trust me, if I had gone into that area straight, you might have missed a lot of things. All right. So this lecture series or this training is not really about, no, everybody uses ChatGPT. I'm going to be lying to myself if I sit down here. So what I'm meant to do is to kind of give you like a foundation or power, okay, or give you the enablement or empower you to go and explore something that you might not have thought about that exists in this whole AI ecosystem. So at the end of this training, what is going to be different between you and someone that is not attending this class? A huge. Trust me, if you have attended the class from week 1 to today, there's really a huge gap. Remember, I am approaching it point of from the point of AI literacy. It's not really just tools. Like a lot of things are going on in the world, and I want you guys to be the pioneers in Nigeria that will know the trajectory and be able to prepare. I mentioned in the last class that there was a time when it was computer literacy, okay? But people don't know that right now, AI literacy is what is on the front burner, right? It is there, but yeah, people, there's difference between hype and buzz. You know, when smartphone came out, I was just going to give you an example. Everybody bought smartphone, including everybody's on this call, right? But do you know what? While we are busy trying to compare Infinix, Techno, Samsung, all those guys that produced our smartphone, whether you are going to go for iPhone or this thing, another person another set of persons were thinking, okay, what can I use? What app can I launch in this Play Store? Blah blah blah. The likes of OPay, Money Point, and everything. They become billionaires, right? But some other those that bought this thing, they're now buying the one that you can flip, open and close and everything to show that they have arrived. See, everybody's still like operating in the whole smartphone technology area, but you can see why other people became billionaires, other people are still going from Pro Max to iPhone 7, iPhone 17, 18. You see? So you can see there's a difference between the buzz, right? Like people are buying it, people are, this, and the other set of people, the person that even probably produced OPay, maybe the developer might not even be using the best phone, but his thinking is different. How can I love this technology and everything. You see a lot of apps that are coming up. Banks are now launching their, you know, in fact, I doubt if there's any bank that doesn't have an app. That bank will be outdated and people will migrate to other this thing. But there was a bank that said, let us go first before everybody and do this. So it is happening again. That's what I'm trying to say. A lot of people are, oh, ChatGPT, AI, this, AI, this. Go to YouTube, AI videos everywhere. You know, I am here, okay? While that buzz is on, I want us to equally pay attention to some of that thing. I just mentioned ChatGPT stuff. How many people, if you go out in the streets now that are not in this class, that you tell that there's something like a GPT store that will believe you? Okay? Are you seeing that there's a revolution that is coming? And I'm going to give you one example. And then in the interactive session that we're going to have at the end of this class, you know, I know that when I open the floor, you see that ideas like here, this number of people that are in this room can even transform Nigeria. Like we can do something, in our workplaces and everything. I just came back from Abuja. One of the people that hosted me and everything, the guy works for NNPC, so we are just gisting and everything. I gave him a crazy idea. I remember last week was a crazy idea week. Was it last week? Yes, the crazy idea week. And I gave him a crazy idea. The guy said, do you know that in the world to come, he would never have thought about that idea. Okay. As we speak today, I'm consulting for him in that idea because he needed my help. Trust me, I don't have everything that it takes to consult for him for that idea. But guess what? I am getting paid for it. Okay. So what am I talking about? I'm talking about what is on the slide. The idea I gave him was a custom GPT that he can deploy in NNPC in his unit. And guess what? He's going to be the first staff of NNPC that is going to build a custom GPT. I'm sure every other person will start copying. See, that's the power of knowledge, right? So, is it that he has not been? No, everybody on this people are using it, right? That is why we are doing this thing, so that there has to be a difference between you attending. So, you can see that there are gamut of stuff you can do with this. Okay, why custom GPT? We are going to answer these questions and then we are going to go right straight to it. Because I believe in giving people essence. I don't just jump into doing things, right? I give people reasons. By the time you are thinking about these slides that I'm going to go through now, I am sure, take your pen and paper, ideas will flooding into your head, you understand? Because the question is that if you already have ChatGPT, why do you even have to bother? How powerful, as powerful as ChatGPT is, why do you have to bother about custom GPT? That's a very good question. Why do we even have to do this topic? And this particular slide I'm going to show it came as a result of why should I even teach people this, right? So let's look at it. Number one, tailored experience. You are providing domain-specific knowledge. Example, PM book, company policy, technical manual. Ladies and gentlemen, there are certain things that are not uh, um, um, you cannot access using ChatGPT. And also remember that ChatGPT is a large language model. Okay, maybe you can use the brain of ChatGPT and tailor it down to specific domain so that it will be more accurate. Okay, rather than going to search the whole world, I want to focus it on searching something. Okay, so for instance, Code House, right? The company I work for has like 21 manuals. I can develop an AI part because right now I am taking my time to train the staff in my company, manual after manual, right? You call it policy review. So we do policy review after policy review. There are like 21 of them. I can compile the policy review and develop an AI and share it with the staff. So whenever they want to ask a question, right, they're not going to go into the internet. What are you going to the internet to do? Because of policy review in my own company. I don't understand. You are going to YouTube to search for what exactly? Okay. So you equally want to ensure answers match your organization's language, style, and standard. Okay. So the second part of it is consistency and accuracy. Deliver uniform guidance across teams. Very important. You might have a team, you're working on something, somebody will get a standard that is based in okay, so consistency and accuracy. So if we are working together and we need to, the world are made up of different aspects, right? Entertainment and all that, fashion. I remember because of people's different experiences and where they're coming from, there could be different standards, okay, about something. So if I allow probably people in my team to go and bring standard from me, there might be a conflict. So we have to tailor down certain things, okay? And it reduces risk of misinformation, if that is the case. Now, let's go to number 3. Sorry, I jumped this slide. Increase productivity. So, the time you are going to use to search all these, wildcards, even if you are using Chat GPT, you could actually, tailor down to. So, in this case, I can have a template that my company works with. I can even do a data analysis GPT. We are going to come to all that, yeah. Um, you know, so some of those repetitive tasks, you don't have to, do it. I think, and I believe, I don't know everything, but after this lecture, if you reason very well, you see that there are a lot of potential in this area. Okay, enhanced decision supports. It offers structured, reliable, reliable insight based on your curated material. It helps teams apply framework like PM book correctly. Why I see PM book? That's actually the one we're going to use today. For those that don't know PM book, this is the second time I've seen it. It means project management book of knowledge, right? So I am going to, in this class, use it as an example. So for project managers, I can create a chat GPT based on PM book on a particular. I'm going to talk about it. So number 5, improve knowledge management. Centralized, you can, if you are a head of department, you see now, you people are beginning to realize that this is not really about AI. It's about you as a person thinking outside the box, realizing the potentials, the capabilities of AI, and knowing what you can use it to do. Nobody's going to teach you this one. That's the truth. So imagine I can even have my own database where I put all the information. So if you are operating with, um, for instance, I am a finance officer. I know that someone here talked about accounting and everything. Okay. I can put all our calculations and everything, how it is done and all that, the guide and all that to a particular, I can gather all of them together and I'll get my team so that the idea here, some people don't really know. Let me explain what I am trying to say. Ordinarily, if you have an actual database, right, the usual traditional database, it will really be difficult for people to use that database to search for information. I want you guys to understand the meaning of what I'm saying. Okay? But here is the thing. Somebody has developed an algorithm. You are not a developer. You are not a machine learning specialist. You are not a data scientist and everything. Okay? So the algorithm has been developed. Okay, remember I say it is pre-trained transformer. What this idea I want you to understand is that I am going to use this algorithm that's already been developed, right? And then put my own database, because normally if I have a database, I'll be querying it, but it is not a smart system. So I am going to use the database, right, that I have, that is not found in the internet. An example is not found in the internet, is something that I copy now. I will now use the pre-trained transformer, right, to embed on the document or whatever, what it can be a video and everything. You need to think big. It can even be audio, right? And then I will now use that algorithm to interact with the document. That is what, in a simple term, what I'm trying to do. So you can see, we now know what AI can do. You can ask, okay, this thing is possible. Why can't I just carry this thing and I'll be able to do a lot of things? Okay, so that's it. Improved knowledge, custom behavior, and tuning. You can actually customize and configure your GPT, okay, to do further fine tuning in addition to what the general algorithm can do. So there are certain things you can set it, just like tuning knobs and something like that, controlling. If you have seen a mixer before, you have to know how to, put this one up so that you can get the quality of the sound that you want. Okay. Then the last one is security and control. Maybe you don't want to put this information for everybody on the internet. Okay. Um, you can actually keep this sensitive information and all that. For instance, in the last class we talked about agriculture. I can go to the Ministry of Agriculture, download a lot of information, right? I can go to different, this one is open. So there's difference between open and closed. There's some information that's already there in the domain, but it is difficult. For instance, where can I get palm fruits, right? Remember we talked about that. All those steps, why I chose this particular algorithm is that it helps you to, because it's not something you can do in the class. So I use that last class to open your mind to the fact that this whole AI thing is not just about the app. It's about, you can become an AI entrepreneur. Trust me. That's why you are here. I want to, provoke that consciousness in you to go out after this class and begin to explore something. So you know that you can even do a full business development on AI. You can see that those steps I took, there were 18 steps and 8 stages in the last class. The PDF is there on the LMS. You can download it and see how serious this whole AI thing is. So it's not about the buzz. So we have to actually kind of open up those areas that people need to explore. Now, having said that, we are going to go on a hands-on right now. Okay, and I want you guys to kind of course, this video is recorded, but for this hands-on, I'm going to share 2 documents so that later you can try it on your own. I'm going to share it in the chat here. So give me some time. Let me drop it immediately. So if you look at the message section, if you are using your PC, you can download it because that's what I'm going to use for this exercise. So again, just like the other one, I'm going to take another niche. I'm not going to cover agriculture because planning that one has a lot. So I'm going to take a small niche, right? and it's going to be project management. Okay, so project management is an area that a lot of people know already. It's not new. It's not new. So how do we start? Okay, how do we start? Um, I don't know this thing. This is slide. I'm going to end the slide. Okay, and use actual GPT today. Now, slide. So please permit me to stop sharing. All right. So give me a minute. Okay, so I'm sharing a new screen now, and I will really need help to confirm that the screen is up from anybody. Is the screen up now? Okay, so I dropped two files. Okay, now I just want to give you an example. So we are going to create our own custom GPT, right? So this is going to be like a hands-on session. What I have shared with you guys is what we are going to use. So let me share the idea. The idea is that PM book, okay, is let me go to PMI. Okay, so just to give you a background, because I'm going to give credit to PMI in what I'm doing. So what PMI means is Project Management Institute. This is just a background. So Project Management Institute have been there. They are one of the oldest project management organizations in the world, right? And why are they important is that a lot of countries, organizations, sectors, industries have adopted, their standard. So whenever you hear somebody wrote a PMP exam, it's actually coming from PMI. PMI is the organization, Project Management Institute, right? It's a global organization. Then PMP is Project Management Professional, is a certification. Okay, so you need to pass the exam to show that you are a qualified project manager. A lot of companies, oil companies, manufacturing companies, construction companies, they want their site managers or something to be, or project managers to be PMP certified. There's another one, Prince 2, but we're not going to focus on that. So this particular example that I'm taking is based on the fact that PMI, that's Project Management Institute, have what they call PM book. That's what I share with you. PM book is what they call the guide, right? Before you write that exam, you must understand everything in that PM book. So the full meaning of PM book is Project Management Body of Knowledge. So it's their body of knowledge. So what it means is that they can have version 1, version 2, version 3, version 4. So they keep on improving on it. You understand? Based on prevalent business conditions and stuff like that. If there are new things that are being, I'm sure now we have like remote jobs and everything. I'm sure they are going to consider it, to upgrade and all that. So when you are going to write the PMP exam, you need to. So what I'm trying to do now. So this is the organization, right? They have a lot of other certification, right? So I'm giving them credits. They did not pay for this, but it's good. I'm using them as an example, so I have to. So I'm going back to ChatGPT now. What the idea now is that, okay, I'm preparing for this exam, right? There's a lot of questions, there are like past questions and everything, and there might be an analysis, and I want to get certain things, okay? So I want to create a custom GPT based on PM book body of knowledge, so that I will now use the capability of GPT to be interacting with it. So that is the whole idea. Okay, it's a simple example. So in such a way that also I'm going to upload, second file I shared with you is a sample past question with answers to the question. So I'm going to upload this to it. I'm not going to upload all the past questions. That means that it will kind of do a correlation between the past question and their answers and even the PM book. So you can see with this capability of AI, I'm able to like develop this. So let us create our own custom. I'm going to create one now. So the first thing you do is I'll go to explore. Remember, these are GPTs, right? Now I'll click on explore. When I click on explore, you see in the GPT window, you see there are a lot of custom GPTs. I've shown you these things. Now, the good thing about all these things that today we're not going to be looking at other people's own. Today we're going to be creating our own, right? So blah blah blah. So we're going to. So I don't know if this is enabled in your own, but of course, as the tutor, I have to use a paid version. So, but even if it is not, I'm sure at the end of this, I would have gone home with something. Okay, probably you are employed in an organization, you tell them, okay, we need a paid version of this thing. But I'm just hoping that it is there. So you could see in this, you can see the top right hand side, you see create, right? So I'm going to click on create. Now it brings this is like the interface for me to create my own custom GPT. So you can see there are models here. So 5.1, you can have 0.1 and everything in your own, I'm not sure. Okay. You can equally upload a model. But remember I said I am going to use GPT. I'm not going to see this belongs to data scientists and all that and all that. You have to be very good in machine learning and all that. No, I like uh, the generative pre-trained model 5.1. That's what I am going to use. Okay, so that the thing I explained will begin to make sense now. So here I have selected my model already is 5.1. You can upload models probably if you're a machine learning expert and all that. So that's it. You can equally go to, there are other people. Let me use this opportunity to explain. There's what they call LangChain, Pixax, these guys, LangChain, other people that will give you models. Okay. There is Pix, is it, what's it called again? Pixas or something. Pixas AI. I hope. Maybe I might have to use VPN. I don't know whether it's accessible to Nigerians or so. But let me go to this one. Okay. So these guys, right? Engineer reliable edges and everything. So there are companies. I just want to mention this. This is not what we're going to do today. There are they will help you build models and blah. You don't have to know how to code in Python and stuff like that. So the other cohorts, they'll be interested in using this, right? But for us, no code. We are just users of the tool and we are applying them. So I just have to mention this. So I'm going back to this. So you don't have to bother, right? For us, we are using, I don't know the level, the version I use. I'm using 5.0, so it is okay for me, right? I'm not just going to click on create, right? Here, I am going to configure my own. So I'll click on configure. Now you can see I'll give it a name, right? So our name is give it any name. I'll say code CodeCamp KC PM book. PM book. So that's the name of our own custom GPT. So I've given it a name, KCPM book, right? So what's the description, right? Let me describe it. A custom, this is just coming from my, I don't know what to put here, but anything is just a demo. A custom GPT that a custom GPT that helps professionals. Okay, let me say projects management, 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 professionals. Okay, to get professionals and prospects. All right, so if you want to create, you click on the create here, and it's going to show you all this. Like I said, the model you're using is going to be here. I'm using ChatGPT 5.1, that's written. But for this one I want to create, I'm going to click on configure, right? This is where I'm going to configure the GPT. So I'm going to call it CodeCamp 5X. So KC 5X PM book, KC 5X. Okay, let me say underscore P PM book. So that's the custom GPT you want to create. So what's the description? Okay, the description is a custom GPT that helps project management professionals, okay, and prospects. That's people that want to become project managers as well. To interact with project management body of knowledge. This is what I was typing before. Body of knowledge. Knowledge. Okay. Then in bracket, I'll say PM book. PM book. Okay. So instruction. How does GPT do? How do you want this thing to behave? So I'm going to, this is not really compulsory, okay? Because this is a demo, I want you people to now, like, you can go to ChatGPT and say, please give me a guide on how to configure my custom GPT and everything. So you see, you can even use GPT to learn GPT as well. I'm sure it's going to help you with the guide. So um now we are going to continue with that. So, conversation starter. Okay, we are going to jump this instruction. Like, you need to. I can't do that right now, but because we are limited with time, you need to kind of plan this thing very, very well. In order to kind of give it how this thing works. Is it going to be doing calculations? Is it going to be doing tables and stuff like that? But I don't have to be specific in this case, so I just have to leave it. It's no problem at this point. Now, conversation starters, I don't want to, for instance, if it's an image, if you're using WhatsApp, you are going to start with imagine. All those things we actually pre-configured. So this is not what I want to do now. So I'm going to go straight to uploading files, right? So I'm going to click on upload files. I'm going to find that particular file, okay, to upload it. So I'm going to upload two of them, past question and the PM book, okay? All right. So you can see you have users that will be using it, okay? I don't want to, okay, put it to ChatGPT. If I'm going to leave it as no recommended model, or I can use ChatGPT 5, okay, using the creator's recommended model. So that's ChatGPT 5. Now, capabilities, you can see, do I want it to do, okay, so for this case now, you can see, let me zoom in a bit. If you are looking at this now, you can see you have capabilities that would help probably in web search, canvas, image generation and all that. So just for the sake of playing around with this, I don't want it to do a web search. I want it to remain here. That's why I was talking about customization and everything. Don't do a web search for me. Okay. Canvas, fine. You can leave Canvas. Image generation, yes, because at some point it might generate like a Gantt chart or flow chart or something like that. So that's fine. Okay. There are actions you can create also. You can create new actions. Okay. So for instance, you can create new action, notification, blah, 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 URL, go to a particular place, collect something. But I'm going to go back. I don't want that for now. I just want to, I can't wait for us to do this. So there are other things you can add here, but this is for the sake of this class, we are going to keep it very, very simple. So I'm going to click on create. Okay. Once I click on create, now this is where it begins to ask you, do you want to put it on GPT store? Remember, I mentioned GPT store. So, do you want to make money with it? Listen, guys, you can equally become a GPT, sorry, an AI entrepreneur. So, this is, telling you guys that it's not just about sitting in this class, coming to learn how to use GPT. You can put it in store. And in that case, there are other. I'm not going to go that route. Sure. There are other things like how is it going to be free? Do you want to put a price on it? So, guys, if you develop a powerful tool that you know that somebody is going to need, right? You can put it there and set okay. If it's going to be premium, you're going to use it for some time, and then you start paying all those things. You set it up. So you can see I'm opening up Horizon. Then if it's for a company, you can share the link. Anyone with link, right? Can share the link to people in the company. They will have access to DGPT. But for this period, I want to share with only me, right? So I'm going to choose only me, and then I'm going to save, right? So it's generating the GPT. It's going to be adding it. It is published, okay? So this is the link to the GPT. So if you create your own, if I give you an assignment, you create your own. I hope people are listening because a lot of people go and do what they want to do. So you can copy this and share on the LMS because definitely I'm going to be giving you guys assignments to do, right? So I'm not going to do this and allow you to go without creating your own. So at the end of the day, I wouldn't have been able to pass the knowledge across to you. So let me just copy this. I've copied it. Okay, I'll now view GPT. Just hold on a bit. All right, so this is my GPT. You can see it has given it this thing. Now you can see it is now part of my explore, right? So I've shared it with myself. Okay. So at this point, let us interact with it. Okay. So first of all, let me that link I generated. I need to so done. Just give me a minute. I need to share it with myself. Okay. So is there any project manager related? Any, let me just make this part interactive. Is there anybody that have ever done anything on project management in this call before? Just indicate by raising your hand up. Okay, I'm not seeing any hand up. Oh. Wait, okay. T Tibenabui. Please just unmute and pronounce your name very well so that I wouldn't make an error.
Tibenabui.
Tibenabui, okay. So you are familiar with the project management Abi? I want you to be my account. So we have created an artificial intelligence project management, within just 5 minutes. Okay. So let's see whether we have done rubbish. So are you with me? I know you need to unmute, just unmute. You need to be, I'm not just asking you to So ask me any question on project management. Let's know whether this is
I should ask you any question on project management.
yes
Or
now.
angles.
Eh?
Okay.
Any angle, any angle. That's the essence now. Let's know whether
Yeah.
this what we did now is making any sense at all.
Develop the POW. That's product program of work. Can you
Okay. Okay. Develop what? Develop
POW? That's product of program of
P
work.
O POW. Okay. Is that all?
Yeah, that's all.
Okay, let me just let's try this. Can you see the screen?
Yeah, I can see the screen.
Okay, let's see. Reading the document. Have you seen it now?
Yeah.
So nice. I'll create a practical POW program/plan and project of work. Are you seeing it now? You only know program of work now. It's even giving you more ideas, plan and project of work template. You can use right away. Okay, plus a short example so you can see how to fill it in. I use the PM book guide. Interesting. For scoping what the WBS, which is
That's
work breakdown structure.
work breakdown structure.
Yeah, work breakdown structure, schedule structure, and risk communication. That's interesting. Below, you will find one, a compact POW template, a brief field example, quick note, and everything. Look at it here, bros. Now, this is what I'm talking about, right? This one. I remember I said, don't search the internet. If people followed this whole thing, don't search the internet. So, Oga, you can come here and play around. So You now have your own pocket. Remember when you have this thing, you can have it in your pocket as an install. Of course, you have your account. You download ChatGPT in your phone. You be on the field. You need something quick, for somebody to go and print. You understand? You don't need to go to PMI websites to go and start searching POW. You can even give it a brief. Okay, you can see this plus. You can upload the project itself. Okay, we are constructing road from Buguma to this thing, blah blah blah. You can upload the full project score. I say, okay, please, I want you, based on this project, I see now the equation has changed. Based on this particular project, I want you to develop a POW for me and all that. Okay, so ladies and gentlemen, I just wanted a professional in this thing. So I want to ask you, Tibenama, does this thing that I generated make any sense? Hello? Has it disappeared? Can anyone hear me?
I can hear you, sir. Stephen, please raise your hand so that I can ask you to unmute.
Okay, yeah. Can you hear me? So
Yeah,
I
I
was
can hear you, sir.
asking, does this thing that I generated, does it make any sense?
Yeah, it does. But for more details, you need to give a specific kind of project. Yeah, are you doing like a building, a product, whatever?
Okay. Yeah, to answer
And
that
you need to
question,
give it you need to give it a specific duration of time.
all right. So the thing is that I asked it a generic question. So to answer that question, to do that, you know that you have a plus sign here. You can click on this and upload a document or photo or something. Okay. Um, this is exactly what we are talking about. So, um, like you said, this is generic. So if I want specific, I can have a project brief, right, or a charter. They call it project charter. Project charter is something that has all the information about the project that gives you authorization to start it. So I can upload the project charter here. You understand? It will use the project charter because the project charter is not the PM book. But the project center gives you information, timeline, schedule, the costing, and everything. You are going to be shocked that it's going to. So I want to understand that this is not just ordinary uploading of PM book. This is you are embedding an artificial intelligence algorithm on the PM book so that anybody can interact with it. So you could see, right? I have successfully created my own custom GPT for whoever that is. Now, this is not a general. So the definition of a custom GPT is a GPT that is meant for a specific what task. And this task is for project management. I can ask it who is a project manager. Okay. I can ask it who is a project manager. Who is a project manager, right? If I ask you that question, I'm sure it will refer to the PM book and answer me. I can get past questions with options, right? And upload the past question with options here. It will give me choose option A or choose option D. You understand? So that's the thing. Somebody is saying I must use it for my PhD. I will just create a ChatGPT for what? For individual course material. Okay, see, I'm giving people idea now. So students, you can upload your lecturer's material and be asking all possible questions that the exam can give and get the answers. So I like the fact that somebody said, "Do you know why? Because when you provoke people's thoughts, this thing, my own is this class. I'm done for today. Oh. I can go and sleep. I don't even have to exhaust the time because there is a way, like I want to give a value to people that are joining the call. It's only somebody that is not very ambitious that will say, I need more. No, everything. You can even do this is just a simple example. You can even do more The reason why I uploaded a sample past question is that so that I can bring in 2,000 questions here. I can even ask it to develop questions as well for me. Okay. So somebody say, I don't have, yeah, so I pay, that I paid for this so that you guys will know, right? And I have to teach the class. Sorry, I'm not sure there's nothing you can do about it. Just watch the video. See what you need to do, pay for 1 month, right? And after the 1 month, just cut it out. Just pay for 1 month. Yes. After this class, I might not have a need for 5.0, 5.1, but now I'm going to have a need for it. Do you know why? Somebody is paying me already for giving the person an idea. I've just mentioned the NNPC guy. So yes, I have to pay and maintain it. You see now, I'm going to cover all the money times maybe times 20. Any money I spend on this thing, I'm going to make it times 20. So don't just go and pay. How much money? So there's a price. Where is it? So I'm going to show you. Where is it? So don't worry. It was in the first two classes or something. Somebody says 7,000. Yes, some people use 7,000 for Netflix. 31,000. Perez, are you sure? Is it 31,000? Yeah. Why am I talking about? Let me just Google. I could have you asked ChatGPT as well. How much is GPT-5? GPT 5.1 pricing plan for Nigeria. Uh-uh. The price don't they show here. It's 7,000. Which one be 31,000? 31,000 is plus. So then you have 200 and 200. That's 300,000 for I beg. Uh, is the answer to your question is just 7,000. So this is something people use for Netflix. Cancel your Netflix subscription for 1 month and move it to ChatGPT. That's all you need to do. So you can practice some of these things. So yeah, it's not on different amount for different features. Yeah, I see that. So okay, we can okay. My project management this thing has not come out. Abi, my internet is actually very slow. It's here, but I'm not seeing it. So well, um, the thing is, you can now go to. Let me stop sharing and go to the slides so that we can exhaust all we have for today. Because I promise we are going to have the way I structure the class today. Okay, so yeah, the configure or you configure it. So credit, I want to give credit to Project Management Institute, right? Because of course the PM book belongs to them. I want to equally give credit to Dexnova Consulting because I got the past question from them. So I did not generate the past questions myself. They are a consulting company that are able to prepare for the exam and pass it. So I just have to give, credit to them. All right. So this is where I'm going to end today. Um, let's see what we can make AI do, right? So we are in different projects. We are in different projects. Group one, group two, group three. Our names are there, blah blah. I know this thing has changed, but um, is there anybody in group one here? or group two. Okay, do you know what? From any group, you can raise your hand and like say, okay, maybe you can use it to do this thing. So that's what we're going to be doing till the end of the class today. Let's make it a bit interactive because now I feel I have provoked some of our curiosity and we'll be able to say, okay, we can use it for one or two. Any volunteer, you just mention the group and then something we can use it for.
Okay, so please, you need to raise your hand before you can speak. Raise your hand and you'll be unmuted to speak. Thank you.
Or should I start calling names? I can call names now. Lydia, you can speak now. If whether your name is there, are you more interested in your name being? That's not what we are doing here today. Oh. Your name doesn't have to be. Maybe I should even hide the name, self. Let me just hide the names. All right, let's go on. Let's go on. Or if you have any question, if it is something I can answer, I will answer. If it's not something I can answer, um, we'll find a way of getting the answer. If not, we can take an early closure for today. Okay, I forgot getting. Go ahead. Can see your hand up. Let's hear from you. Okay, some
Hello,
people.
sir.
Okay,
Hello,
yeah, I can
everyone.
hear you. Yeah.
Okay, so I have a question to ask. Talking about exploring these custom GTPs, can we also use Gemini, like the Gemini gems?
Yes, that's exactly what I. If you listen to I think the second or the third or the fourth class, I say they come with different names. ChatGPT, Gemini. For Gemini is specifically used for gems are used for Gemini. That's Google. Okay, you have a perplexity using so what I did was to first of all take you guys through the similarities of all those. If you go to that class where I taught the similarities, you see that I touched all these things, right? So why I did that is that when an example is given, you can then go and explore other ones. DeepSeek could have their own version of it, perplexity, notion, and all that. So that answer your question? Yes.
Okay, so for the sake of this, if we're given a task, instead of using ChatGPT, I can also use that and submit, right?
Yes.
Okay.
But I hope you give us the problem is access. It's not even about this thing. A lot of people are saying in task zero because they give me a link that I don't have access to. I can even show something like that here. But let me answer the questions first. So if we have time, I'll talk about the.
Okay, so because I have a paid version on Gemini, but my ChatGPT is not subscribed, since I'm asking.
All right.
And then I want to ask a second question concerning the last task that you gave to us. Um, Seeing this customizing this our own custom GTP now, is it this that we're submitting or the
No,
prompting
no,
that
no,
you
no, no,
described
no,
in
no,
the
no,
last
no,
class?
no, 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 no. There will be another one for creating a custom GPT. The thing is the strategy, right? Prompt it on what I taught in the last class was not creating, but I said you can use the AI to generate the strategy that you want to use to create. So I don't want to see custom GPT. Please, that's a very good question. I don't want to see custom GPT. I'll still ask a question. There'll be a task for custom GPT. So what I want to see is a strategy for creating, right?
Okay. Okay. Got it.
Yes. Yeah.
All right. Thank you, sir.
All right. Mary. Henry, your question. Your hand is up.
Again for your class. So my question, apart from opening documents on the creation of custom GPTs, can we to maybe an article or maybe a journal, something like linked. Then what if say or making inquiries and maybe what I'm asking is out of scope of that document? Does it source for information outside, or it gives like no results? Those are my two questions. Thank you.
Okay, so if your let me start from the last one. If your intention is to um ask get information that is outside, so you enable when you are creating it, you enable website. I disable website here because I don't want it to search the web. So when you're creating your own, if you feel that there might be other information beyond the project beyond the document. So if you want it to be within, if it's not there, then it shouldn't give you a response. It will tell you, sorry, you don't have enough. I think you have seen something like that. There's a question you ask ChatGPT to tell you I don't have enough information at the moment to give you. If you tell it what is Nigerian budget for 2027, what do you think it will answer? It will not give you a budget now. Even if you ask it for 2022 self, because probably it's a classified information, I think those things have been programmed, to know the limit of the equation. But if you're working in the budget office, right, you have all the budget, even the one that they are planning, for instance, right? You are part of those that in the National Budget Council or something like that. You can create your GPT, to ask some of these questions. So then the other question you ask is, it's not only PDF. I just made this particular example you can upload codes. Okay, you can upload links. You can upload you can link it to a particular website. There's a place to say more actions, right? So in another class now, I can list actions that you can take. All right. I am not going to take all those actions. Your job now is to go and explore some of those actions yourself. For instance, now I will be boring people. I just use something that is generic so people understand. In fact, this example I use might even be boring for some people. Maybe I would have used video creating. So, what of uploading videos? What of uploading sound? Do you think that's not possible? All those things are possible, but we don't have enough time to do all those things. But I have actually again provoked your curiosity. Listen, I just have 2 classes in a week, and what I try as much as possible to do for those that don't understand, I normally encourage that when just like last week, I did agriculture. Everybody here, they are not farmers now. So what I've done is I've provoked people to go back and say, okay, maybe I should try this, I should try that, I should try that. And that thing can give you a strategy that can take the whole of 2026. Trust me. And probably you can create something that you can put on a GPT store or gems or something like that. So um, there are more to this custom GPT. There those platform I showed you like LangChain and everything. You can actually go. In fact, go to YouTube and just search custom GPT. Some people will write code and give you and say copy the code and go and paste in ChatGPT and create your own. Yes, you can upload codes as well. I mean, programs, functions, and stuff like that. Yeah, it's not only PDF. PDF is just for me to demonstrate how you can create your own, and it appears on the ChatGPT Explore. I hope I've answered your question. Have I missed anyone? Am I audible? All right. Tibe, Tibe
Tiben.
Nabel.
Tiben is fine.
Ben.
Just Tiben is fine.
Okay. Tibe. Okay.
All right.
Your
Sir,
question.
concerning the custom GPT, you said we have to get a paid one. Can the tax be like a non-promotional tax, because some people might not be able to afford the paid one. I don't I don't know whether I'm saying for other people's mind.
I've not given the tax yet, so all these things will be into consideration. If I don't have a need to do that, then I might figure out another way of doing it. Maybe you
Okay.
can use
All right.
normal one and use a prompt and share so that I can go and ask questions. You can you can create a project now. I can use project to what's it called again? There's this English improvise. English is hard, sha. You can use project to improvise the idea of this thing and then be able to. But wait for it. I've not given. You should even do the task that it's only one. Is only one? I saw that it's only one person. That anyway, Sha, 28 is the deadline for that task. So I think you guys are still after. And today is 25th. All right. So Ujunwa, okay, Ujunwa, your hand is down.
Yes, sir. So, you said the tax on the elements is not about creating a custom GPT, but it wasn't specified that we should submit the strategy. What I saw there was to create a custom GPT, and I've already done that, and I submitted.
Ah, I don't hold on, make I open the task because I can't. Okay, so let me go to the task.
Custom GPT.
Okay, so hold on. How many people have submitted this task first?
3.
Okay, I will change it now. I've seen what you're talking about. I will just change it. Create a custom GPT. Please don't create a custom GPT for me. Oh. Any other question?
So what's going to happen? Because we can't edit the link.
Uju, when you're done with this new task that will be done, just reach out to me.
Okay.
So for the
Thank you.
3 people, just for the 3 people that have done it, so just reach out. Thank you.
Okay.
Let me edit it now. More questions, so why I'm doing this now?
I have a concern, sir. Someone in the chat is saying, guys, if you're interested, I know someone that can upgrade your ChatGPT for 3.5. It's for a year. So I just want to raise the awareness that we do not know the person and the person is not affiliated to KodeCamp. So in case you pay, I'm not saying the person is a fraud. I'm just saying we do not have any affiliation with the person. So do that at your own risk. Thank you.
That's a very good point though. So now 7,000 where we now no one. Okay, oh, sometimes some things are worth it in this life. Any other question?
Yes, please. I have a question, sir. Good evening, sir. Good evening, everyone.
Yeah, good evening.
Yes, please. My name is Anibit, and I want to please apologize first of all because I'm joining late and I had a challenge with my system, which really made me struggle with meeting up the date. In fact, not the deadline. I submitted my tax, but it wasn't graded. I'm going to check on it. I saw that my access was not to everyone. So I had to change that. And I'm please pleading that I have done that. If you could please grade so I could proceed.
Which stage is this? Uh, which of the questions? Which of the stage? You are looking at the screen. Which of the is it stage 0, stage 1, stage 2, or stage 3? Hello, am I audible?
Yes, you're
Yes,
audible, sir.
yes, please. At
Is this
stage
stage 0?
0,
Okay.
the very first one, sir.
Okay.
Thank you so
Noted.
much. Really appreciate
What you do is follow Imole up so that we can, because the deadline has actually passed. So um we need to figure out it, because one thing is not doing, another one is the interest. So what is going to drive this thing is your interest, because if you are still joining the class, it means they are interested. So you could be, so you need to equally get ready once you are promoted to stage 1. So you are going to do like a crash course. Once you promote to stage 1, you do it again. So why I say you should follow up is that if you don't, remember we are going to stage 4, for instance. It is going to be difficult for me to be always coming back to stage 1, 2, 3, and all that. So it is now your responsibility, if you are interested in progressing, to keep, I've done this one, oh, can you probably help me grade and then upgrade? But I think you should be done privately, provide chat, follow up with Imole. Yeah, Sylvia, your hand is up. Imole, your hand is up
Yes,
first.
sir. I just want to say that.
Okay, good evening, sir.
Sorry, Sylvia, just a minute. If you are,
Okay.
if I just want to tell everyone, if you are coming to my DM, please realize that a lot of people are in my DM. So it takes time for me to, if it takes time for me to, if it took time rather for me to answer you, please bear with me. Some persons are in my DM and they don't know what respectful communication means. I'm a very respectful person and I think it is reciprocal. So please, if you are not respectful, I will not answer you. So I see some chat and I'm appalled. Please, I'm begging. Thank you so much. Sylvia, you can go on. Thank you.
Okay, good evening, sir. Good evening, everyone. Please, I equally have same issue with grading. My stage one task has not been graded. I was to grant asset and I did that last week. So till now I've not gotten a response or any feedback in order for me to proceed to the next stage.
Okay. Hold on. I don't think I still have access. So if you check what I posted, is it today? I posted this today. Sylvia Johnson, no access. Why? Stage one. I'll stop sharing because if I enter there, people will see other people's marks and I'll try it again. Did you check the Discord? Did you see the
Yes, I did,
image?
sir.
Yeah, number one on that list and it's showing no access. When did you grant the
I
access?
using Chat GPT.
Okay, next person. I'm checking it now. I'll stop sharing.
Okay.
All right. Good evening, sir.
Good evening.
Yeah.
Imole, help me coordinate because I'm no longer looking at
All right.
the Zoom.
Go
Okay.
ahead, Eric.
Yeah, mine is
And we have like 4 minutes in case so that people will
okay.
be aware.
Let me just be quick. Concerning the slide, I took the elements.
I can barely hear you, Henry. Please, if you are using an earpiece, you might want to remove it so that we can hear you properly. Please go ahead. Kindly unmute and speak louder, please.
I am not using it. Can you hear me now? It's better now.
Yes, it's better. Go ahead, please.
Okay. I'm asking with regards to the slide. I noticed that on the elements, which is the first part, which I'm doing that, but no like any
Sir, can you hear him? Because I can't.
access to it.
Please use the
Can anyone
chat.
hear me?
I can't. I don't know if
Okay.
engineer can. Sir, can
I
you hear
can't hear
him?
him. No.
Okay, use the chat,
Okay.
please.
This is my network.
I'll read it out. Yes, so we have less than 3 minutes to go.
Yeah, in that less than 3 minutes, Sylvia, I still don't have access to this. I'm just showing it now.
T-Ben is saying my LMS hasn't opened for a week and some days now. That is your network because literally engineer just showed us his own LMS and mine too. I still opened it just now. So change your browser, check your internet. Of course, you're joining this call with your internet, so please check your browser. Update or upgrade your browser, the case may be. That's for T-Ben. Henry, I'm still waiting for your chat. Please quickly send it in so that we can answer you. Sylvia is saying, please, I granted access to my stage one tax and still not graded. Well,
No. It's
didn't grant
help her out.
access.
She
So
has
maybe you
not.
submitted the wrong.
I am showing it now. It's still not allowing me because that list I generated was done this morning. So something is wrong somewhere, and probably he needs help. If he asked, I would have graded since now, moved on. So it's
Yeah.
stage one, yes, it's stage one. I tried now, it's still not granting me access. It's still saying the same thing. All right, so
Okay, so Ojo Samuel is saying, okay, sir. Sorry to interrupt. Ojo Samuel
no,
is saying, please, I'll reach
go
out to
ahead.
him for assistance. Kindly assist to help when I reach out. Please, when you are reaching out, go and do your own homework. Read before you come to me. What you are coming to me for is that, oh, I've submitted, let me be graded. The videos are on YouTube. If you go through the LMS, the slides, everything is there, provided for you to go through the classes on your own. Please, I'm not your tour guide. Thank you. All right. So Henry just dropped this question. With regards to accessing the class side, I saw that we have to request for access, which I have done, and I'm still waiting for access. Also, my tax 2 is not yet graded. Please kindly help me check. Hey, at
Sorry,
Imole. Okay.
sorry.
Ah,
Imole, I'm going to drop. Okay, let me open the LMS again. Hold on. Let me open the LMS again. So we have a few minutes to go. Can you see it? Hello?
yes, sir. You're not sharing your screen, sir. And we have 1 minute to go.
It will not take 1 minute now. This
Okay,
one now,
sir.
na network. I don't know.
Okay,
If it
this
does not show, no problem. Go. Is it
I
showing
can.
now?
Yes, I can.
Okay, so let me just go to lesson 2, for instance. Okay, lesson 2. Let me click on this. So, Imole, I want you to confirm something from me. This link,
Okay, sir.
so have you tried to get access to any of these documents? I want to ensure that I am not making a mistake.
Okay, let me check it out. Lesson 2.
People are not supposed to be asking for access for the PDF.
Yes, sir.
So it's already 8:30. So let's answer that question on Discord. Thank you everyone for joining. We have a hard stop today. Now.
Yes, sir.
All right. Bye.
Bye, sir. Bye, everyone. We'll continue on Discord.